And hello fellow tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in the IS-3 Tier 8 Russian heavy tank. It's been a while since I played at Tier 8, guys. It's been a while. I've been playing a lot at Tier 10, you know, grinding the Chisel contract. It's been freaking crazy. So it was actually nice for a change to jump into some other tanks, play some different tanks at different tiers, especially at tier 8. I've played STA2, I've played 45 TP at tier 7. Yeah, tanks that I haven't played in a long time and I really miss. And this is another one of those tanks that I don't play very much at all anymore. When I was a younger tanker, or a fresh tanker, let's put it that way, I used to play this tank a lot. Quite a lot. I've had 2 marks on this tank for a long time now, and I never really wanted to 3 mark it. It was just 3 marking is just not my thing. I come to play the game, honestly. I want to play for fun. I want to, you know, have nice close games, close wins. That's what it's all about for me, right? So grinding to 3 marks is just, it's getting repetitive and it's getting grueling, difficult. You gotta use a lot of premium ammo. I don't know. It's not my thing. Let me put it that way. But still, I've got this tank to the point that I do have 2 marks on it. Now, I haven't played it in months. Months. Like, really. Like, I can't remember last time I played in this tank. So I just took it out for a spin. I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm just gonna take it out for a spin, see what it feels like, and see if I'm still good in this tank, you know? Can I still play this tank? You know, I haven't played it for such a long time. So we got ourselves a really nice matchmaking. We are in, you know, tier 8 matchmaking without artillery, which is absolutely spectacular. But we're gonna have trouble hitting those light tanks because, yeah, my aim is just so fantastic sometimes. But basically what I've done in this tank, in this situation, is normally at tier 8, if you're a top tier, you should go and kind of go to the choke and try to brawl it out. But in this situation, I kind of looked at what the distribution of the team is, and I decided to be a lone ranger. Yes, that's exactly what I decided to do. I'm like, I'm gonna be a lone ranger. I'm gonna sneak through the back door and maybe catch some of the enemy off guard, and maybe put some shots into them here and put some shots to them there. Thing is, I'm a heavily armored vehicle. You know, I'm not really afraid of engaging 1v1. I have pretty good armor, top tier, so yeah, I decided to do this. And I decided to scoot through the middle here and see if I can make it to the enemy's base. Yeah, that was the idea. I rolled with a team. I have teammates on my left, I have teammates in the middle. So if I can spot these guys here, whoever's sitting close right there, close to their own base and camping, I should be able to spot them. Hopefully my friendlies that are in F5 will be able to put some shots into these guys. But since no one wants to shoot this Black Prince for whatever reason, then I'm gonna shoot him, right? And I got myself a pretty nice hold down here, which you know, he has trouble penetrating me. So I'm basically gonna work this position. I'm gonna juice him as much as I can. As you can see, if you fully aim this gun on a IS-3, it's a fairly accurate gun. You can actually do some real damage with this gun. So we're gonna climb up here. He finally manages to penetrate us, but we managed to take him out of the game. Unfortunately, he takes out our driver, so we're gonna have to heal our driver. I'm a little bit concerned about this light tank scooting around the back of us at E2 right now. So I have to be mindful of him because he might come behind me at some point in time. So I was completely expecting that. And that's why I'm clicking there so that my friendlies pay attention to that light tank. But we're gonna move forward. And yeah, we're still paying attention to that light tank. I'm just checking if he's not going after me, that's all, right? So these 2 guys, the 2 LTTBs, are in a platoon. And yeah, they're gonna be a thorn to my side until the end of the game. Here we notice this Jagdpanzer 4. We haven't noticed him before. We put a shell into him and we ammo rack him. We completely demolished the guy, unfortunately. That's the thing, when you're in IS-3 and you're feasting on those tier 6s, they're easy kills. Anyway, it looks like we're gonna lose the other flank. At E8, it looks like the enemy team has made a pretty good push there. And there is a Scorpion G over there, as you can see. There's another light tank, which is the LTTB, and some other heavy tank. But at this point in time, you know, we are kind of closed off on one side of the field, one side of the map. I was thinking to myself, what should I be doing here? Probably should be going back into the middle and engaging these guys. But before I do that, I want to see if I can catch any of these base campers. If there's anybody here sniping from the hill, I want to be able to take them out, because if I would be crossing and going into the middle, they would be putting rear shots into me. So the last thing I want to do is these guys shooting me in the behind, right? So, like I mentioned to you guys before, you always try to clean the flank, right? Once you clean the flank and you know there's absolutely no one there, then you can move forward and engage whoever you need to engage. So, yes, I do catch this Tiger 1. And for me, it was just, you know, I'm going to feast on this guy. He's going to have trouble penetrating me. At this point in time, he should have probably loaded APCR rounds or his premium rounds. Try to go through me, because obviously it's not going to be easy for him to go through me. And being the IS-3 and having good armor, back nose forward and make sure you wiggle. Make sure you move all the time. Unfortunately, he goes behind that hill over there. And that dreadful number. When I saw that dreadful number of 666, that's how much health he's got left, I'm like, I don't know if this game's gonna go well in my advantage, you know what I mean? But anyway, we're gonna have to scoot after him, because he's just delaying inevitable. I'm gonna take him out of the game regardless. The problem is, he's delaying me from going into the middle, helping my friendlies. That is the biggest problem here. But I have to take him out. I have to clean the flank, right? I have to clear this side of the map. So I'm gonna push forward. Let's see if we can catch him here. He's hiding. He doesn't want to engage. Again, he's delaying inevitable, but at the end of the day, he's doing the right thing, because if I'm here, I can't be somewhere else, right? So we put a hit into him. We're gonna keep our front towards him, and hopefully he'll be bouncing a bunch of shells from my armor. But it looks like, you know, I can't rotate fast enough, and he puts a shell into me, and that shell is gonna be a vital shell that he put into me, because, you know, this could have been such a different result than what it comes out to be at the end of the game. If he didn't put that shell into me, it could have been completely different, potentially. Anyway, at this point in time, I'm thinking to myself, okay, the opposing team stopped capping. They see they have the advantage in tanks, so they want to take us out. So now I was thinking, should I apply cap pressure and draw him into me? And that's what I was thinking here. One way to do it is do that. However, those two light tanks on the opposing team, the platoon, I was worried that both of them are going to show up at the same time, and maybe somebody else with them, especially if it was Scorpion G. Scorpion G has very good mobility. He would have no trouble coming back here and defend the base, and he can really hurt me, right? So last thing I want to do is have engagement with Scorpion G and the two light tanks. So I decided to just scoot over the base, the enemy's base, just to show them that I'm in the vicinity, so I can draw them and maybe split their forces. That was the idea. I want them to split so that my tanks that are still alive can engage whoever's left over there, and I can potentially engage these guys 1v1, right? So now I'm on my way back to base. If my medium tank survived, it would be absolutely fantastic, because then we could have a chance to defend. Unfortunately, I got spotted by a light tank crossing through here, so they already know where I am, and my last medium tank gets taken out. So it is a chance for Kolobanovs, guys. That's exactly what I was thinking here. I'm a top tier, might be able to pull this off, as long as enemy tries to get after me and will not cap the base. If they cap the base, then it's a problem, because I'm gonna have to get out in the open, and it's gonna be problematic. Once I get out in the open, they'll be able to shoot at me and take me out of the game. That's the last thing I want. That's why I went back in between the buildings here, because I thought they're actually gonna come one by one and they're gonna try to take me out of the game. But as you can see, they're determined to cap. They're absolutely determined to cap. Two of them are on the cap, and I'm forced. If I want to continue this game, I have to go. I'm forced to go and reset, right? So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get out in the open. Now I'm thinking which way to approach it, which way is the best. I was thinking this way through here, but all of a sudden I spot this T-32. I'm like, alright, he's one shot, so we take him out of the game. So I was gonna continue going straight here, but then I changed my mind. You know what, if I go straight through here, they know exactly which way I'm coming from, so I'm gonna change my angle. I'm gonna come from a different side. But that was sort of kind of a mistake, because going through right side right over here, I'm actually in the open, not in between the buildings, right? So my thinking here, my focus is on these tanks that are in the base. I'm like, I have 25 seconds. I gotta get there right now. I gotta reset this. So my view range is not the best. They spot me much earlier, but I finally spot them. I know there is a tank on my left, but my first priority is reset. So I reset. Somebody puts a shell into me from behind, and unfortunately, the OHO takes me out of the game. So the shot that came from behind was actually from Scorpion G, and he was full health, so it would have been really difficult to win this game, honestly, with him being full health. If I engaged him in town, 1v1, and I could use my turret armor, I could probably take him out of the game, and you know, it would have been easy. But unfortunately, because they drew me out into the open, it is what it is. I basically ended up being taken out, which is quite unfortunate. We still had a really decent game. We finished with ace tanker. We still maintain our 2 marks of excellence, even though I haven't played this tank for like, I don't know, forever. We got a high caliber medal with 12 penetrating hits and 5 kills. We finished with 4.3, almost 4.4k damage. Very nice game for this tank. 1074 base XP, 5 kills. We fired 15 shells, we had 12 direct hits and 12 penetrations. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have a chance, go check out Clone Guy 72 and Got a Dinghy. That's it for today. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.